34-20. Railers to go with the starters. Bobby, Horsham, Olden, Block, Max Cook. Into the backcourt, and we are underway. Railers heading to the basket to our left. See if the Railers can build on that great first half as Tyler Horsham comes around the screen. Can't get it to go down.
Yeah.
Rebound falls down to Felton.
Tyler's shot just looked flatline on that one. You know, he didn't get any arc. Did a good job of coming off the screen and was wide open. It just didn't have any arc on his shot.
Off the glass, nice basket up and in from Clemens. His first basket of the night.
Again, the Harlan offense gets right into the middle of the Railer defense on just penetration. One pass and penetrating, and that's way too easy.
Horsham in the corner, and we've got a foul that's going to be whistled, and that is going to go against Bracey. That'll be his first on the Falcons. Quickly back into the lineup is Devontae Lumpkin. Trying to keep you up to date with some other scores. Just got a text, found out that Illinois won, according to Joel Vincent, by 2 finally. Said a crazy game where Illinois missed 11 free throws.
Yeah, that's off a good win at UNLV, and you come home and play IPFW and get a close win. But it's a nice pull-up jump shot from about 17 for Gavin Block. Right out of bounds after Harlan had fouled Horsham. So good start for the Railers, and now we got to play some defense.
Gavin now has 12.
Travel.
Drive in, contact, no call. Felton goes up, no call again. Block trying to grab the rebound. Block and Bowlby there, and Bowlby takes it away from everybody.
How is that not a charge? And then 2 guys looking at it.
I think Josh.
I think what happened is one waited for the other one to call it, and
nobody did.
And nobody did.
So a foul underneath called on Harlan, but we certainly could have been called for traveling because at one point Gavin and Bowlby were both hanging onto the basketball. Foul on Bracey, that's his second here in the half.
And if there was a guy that was out of control, that was the definition of it, and still didn't get the charge.
6.5 to go, minute and a half to gone by in the third quarter. Railers up by 14, 36-22. Max is going to drive in, and Max is going to kick it over to Bowlby on the baseline, but a foul is going to be whistled. And I think they're going to get the foul on Clemens, his first. And Josh, it looks like he's talking with the official. I think he's trying to say that Max is using his offhand. Well, he's using his offhand to push Clemens' hand off of him.
Yeah, because he's been reaching. Every time he goes by him, he tries to slap it away from behind, and that used to be a foul almost every time, even if the guy didn't touch him or not.
Horsham flips it over to Gavin Block between the circles. Right wing to Olden. Back on top to Cook. Joey brings a dribble to the left side. Gavin with the cut down the lane. Tried to take it away from Joey. Kicks it over to Max. Rises for 3. Left it short. Big blocks there for the rebound on the baseline. And he dribbled out of a double team, and another foul is going to be whistled. And I think Bracey's just picked up his 3rd.
Yeah, and I don't think Harlan's really used to the slower pace, the slower where they're going to play defense for 45 seconds. They're not used to that. That's, in the public league, that's up and down and getting it going. And if there was a shot clock of 10 seconds, I don't think it would ever get exceeded. So they get a little frustrated after playing defense for so long.
Joey in the corner to Max. Cook brings it out to Horsham. Block hands to Bowlby. Bowlby to Max. Over to Gavin. Left corner 3. That's good.
Right. Gavin was really showing some confidence in his shot. You know, that pull-up that he'd had on the possession before from about 17, and that one, there was a guy right in his face, and Gavin just rose up and drilled it from the corner. So I think Gavin's starting to feel a little bit better about his shot, and it looks like all the rest of the Railers are too.
39-22, 17-point lead for the Railers. A long 3 left it short.
Horsham fouled him.
And Hoban's going right to the official saying, did you not see that? Well,
yeah, he did. He hit him low and high as on the shot and the body.
Block over the timeline. Joey Olden at the top of the key with the dribble. Joey in the lane, back out to Max. His 3, short again. Rebound to Bracey.
Yeah, Max has kind of fallen back a little bit on his shot. instead of staying right where he took off, he's falling back, and you get that little bit of bad momentum going back. That's where your shot's going to be too.
Max with a nice defensive effort, knocked it away, but it was picked up again by Harlan. Hoban working against Olden. He goes down, throws it up. He's going to hit the foul on Joey Olden. That'll be his second. And I think Hoban, really you can tell is he's frustrated by the pace of this game, and I think that's why he's taking a seat right now, because I think his coach realizes it too.
He's, their team is really running gun, but the Railers have done a really nice job of stopping any sort of transition for the most part. I don't know that they've got any breakaways or really anything off transition.
Clemens tried to lob it down. Nice pass, nice catch, up and in. That is Lumpkin, his first two of the night. 39-24. Gavin. He's picked up his dribble, needs some help. There's Edward. Now back to Gavin. And a foul is going to be whistled on Potts, his third.
Yeah, they play hard. I mean, they're out pressuring, but they're just not fundamentally very good about it. They do a lot of shoving, and they're up on them tight, but you should see some sort of a backdoor play here by the Railers.
Well, and you talk about their aggressive play, Josh. Maybe in their conference in Chicago Public League, that's second nature. They just don't call it.
Right.
Gavin with a nice move, didn't get the bounce off the glass. Rebound down to Felton.
Yeah, and I don't know that defense is a must, and they're going to try and outscore you if they can.
Potts drops it back down to Clemens, being watched by Bowlby and Horsham on this side. Now lefty three on the way. That's missed badly, but the ball hits the ground. Clemens gets it back, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Tyler just stood and watched. Didn't go back in and rebound, and that was his man that shot it. He's got to get in there and help the guys out and rebound.
13-point lead for the Railers. Bowlby at the timeline. Back now to Cook. The senior brings it across the Railer logo at midcourt. Horsham. Jumper on the way. That's up and good.
First shot of the second half, I think, Jeff. And, when you have a long layoff over halftime and then
a steal, but then it's stolen right back by Harlan. Kicks it down. Harlan, the 6'8 senior, off the glass. Missed it. Ball flipped around. Controlled by Lumpkin. Top of the key, and he'll back it up.
Talking about it's a long halftime, and then Bowlby doesn't shoot for almost 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes, and then he comes out and bangs his first one. He's still feeling good.
Again, high off the glass. That's no good. And again, Gavin didn't get to the baseline. He let his guy go right by him.
Yeah, he's had struggles all night trying to cut off the baseline.
2:30 to go. Railers up 42-26, third quarter. There's Bowlby in the corner going out, gets a screen, three on the way. Bowlby missed one, but Max is there. Didn't get the foul called as he tried to tip it back in. Coming the other way quickly. Contact, no call as Bracy gets it to go down. Lots of contact. And Coach Alexander and I think even Coach Bryan for Harlan are thinking, that's got to be something with all that contact. And it's just a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. And that's really the second time tonight we've seen a lot of contact. That one more so than the other one.
Yeah. I thought that one, maybe Gavin was just a little too far underneath the hoop. You know how they don't. If you're underneath the hoop, you're not going to get the charge call. But I thought the one that he took earlier, or tried to take earlier, and the coming here right in front of us, I thought that was a perfect charge. The guy was out of control, put his shoulder down right into the middle of his chest. But I kind of thought that one was, Gavin might have been a little bit under the hoop, or a little bit too far under the hoop.
Leading the way for the Railers tonight, Josh, Edward Bowlby hits 20 points for the first time in his career, has 6 3-pointers. And when he misses, you're kind of surprised the way things are going tonight.
Well, that might have been the most wide open he'd been, is that corner shot, and he's usually pretty good on that corner.
Nine is the record for threes for the Railers. I think, let's see, Rock Werner, Jordan Nelson. Probably. I think Jordan did it twice. And I know there's one more. Is it? I think it's Jason Osborne.
No, I don't know if Osborne had that many. Did he? He might have.
And I think twice it's been done in the tournament here.
Oh, really?
So the Railers look to inbound. They get it here with 2 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah,
42-28.
Jason Osborne, Brock Warner, and Jordan Nelson a couple times. I'm just worried about the Railers getting out of here with a win. You know, this isn't exactly in the win column yet.
Right.
Just 14 points with a whole fourth quarter left and a minute 58 here. So the Railers, you'd like to see them put a little more distance between. You know, you get to 20 points, you feel a little bit more comfortable. But the way that Harlan can score, you know, they've got a chance of coming back, and now they're going to start picking up the pressure a little bit too.
42-28, and the other thing, Josh, is free throws are going to be important here any minute because Harlan already has 16 fouls. So as aggressive as they've been, we're going to be shooting a lot of free throws.
Yeah, I like to see the Railers just get to the basket like Joey is right here.
Off the glass, no good. Bowlby tried to get the rebound, had it knocked out of his hands, and here come the Falcons down 14, 90 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, we've missed a few layups that we've been able to get open. Joey did a nice travel. Joey did a nice drive there and you know, missed it. But again, at least we're going to the hoop. We just gotta get those layups to go down, and don't worry about the big guys coming over on help side. Just go up strong and like you would in practice and put them in.
Andre Hoban back in. Potts will take a seat. He has 4 fouls. Block will inbound on the sideline. Gets it over to Max Cook. Cook across the timeline. Over to Olden. Joey over to Evelair right in front of the bench. Had it knocked out of his hands. Conradi will check in. Bowlby out.
44, Adam Conradi back to the regular lineup.
Bowlby goes straight to the trainer's room, so I'm not sure if he's got a little cut or.
Conradi to a wide open Max Cook for 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Max just hasn't found his threes tonight.
No, he hasn't.
Evelair does a nice job, and Owen stepped on the baseline. We had a good look at that.
Stepped out of bounds, is right at the ball.
So under a minute to go here in the third. Railers on top 42-28. Sub coming in for Harlan. That is Elias Jones, a 6'5 junior. Felton takes a seat. And that's another thing that the good shooting for the Railers has done. You've pretty much kept Felton from being dominant with all his rebounding.
Yeah, he hasn't been, you know, they haven't really looked for him in the offensive end. You think he'd maybe post up a few times or get in the middle, but they haven't really worried about that too much.
Foul on Daniel Johnson into the contest. Tripped up Gavin. Gavin goes down, and we see Bowlby check right back in. So Gavin will go. Well, I think maybe Gavin has some blood now. So Bowlby
gets to shoot the free throws?
Gets to shoot the free throws.
Really? A little surprised they let him do that. You know, you wouldn't think that just because he's got a little blood on his jersey, he, you know, I guess in case he misses the second one, I guess, but.
Bowlby, first free throw on the way, missed it. So again, the free throws have been a little bit of a struggle for the Railers here tonight, just 2 of 5.
Yeah, still that 14-point lead where we just.
Nice defense by Joey.
Yeah,
tipped it away to Bowlby.
Joey just keeping those hands active and was able to tip it away, and the rest of the Railers were right there to get it. We need a score. We've been on a little bit of a drought.
And then Hoban steps it away from Evelair. Hoban tracks it down, decides to go, flips it over, but Max is there for a nice recovery. Nice hustle by Cook. Didn't let him have the easy 2 as they looked like they were going to come away with a basket and make Harlan earn this one.
Yeah, kind of a careless turnover there by the Railers, too, after a nice turnover caused by Joey Olden in the quick hands. But Railers haven't been taking care of the ball last couple possessions.
21.4 to go in the third. Inbounded deep to Hoban in the backcourt. Works against Joey. Bounce over. Thought about the 3, instead back to Hoban. 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot it.
Bracy, corner 3. That's no good. Hits the top of the backboard. Joey's there for the rebound, down to 5. And then a foul is going to be whistled on Hoban, and Joey will go to the line shooting free throws.
That wasn't exactly a smart foul, I wouldn't think. dribbling up the court at the opposite free throw line with 3 seconds left.
Yeah, 3/4 away. Yeah.
But can the Railers knock them down? Just bad free throw shooting so far tonight. What, 2 of 6?
Joey free throw. That one rolls good. (43-28). Second one good. On the way, firing it up. It's up. Left it short. Our score at the end of 3, it is Lincoln 44, Harlan 28. Back to the fourth quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
An update from the
Leading it earlier was going right to the hoop and getting into the middle.
Free throw, up and good for Tyler, his third point of the night. 52-37. Second one, good again. .340 to go. Railers up 16. Hoban, a long 3, corralled by Gavin Block.
Yeah, get somebody in the middle. Cut to the hoop, or somebody get to the basket again like Max just did.
You get the impression that once Hoban, nice cut underneath. Bowlby off the glass, won't go down, but he's fouled, and he's going to shoot 2 as he's fouled by Sanders. You almost get the feeling that when Hoban crosses the timeline, he's in range.
It might be firing time.
So now Bowlby will go to the line. He has 2 shots, 20 points on the night. First free throw will go.
Got a nice release, nice spin on the ball. Bowlby in his senior year has started out pretty well shooting the basketball. Obviously tonight's his best game, but he shot it well the first 2 nights also.
The senior. Second one, good again. 22 for Bowlby. Railers have made 5 in a row from the line, and that's helped them stretch this one to an 18-point lead. Driving in, Potts off the glass, good. 55-39. Block will dribble through the top of the key and hand back to Olden. 3 minutes to go in our game.
Yeah, Harlan kind of backed off the pressure a little bit, Jeff. It doesn't look like they're coming at us as hard, and even though they're spread out, that lane is wide open.
Joey drives top of the key, down to the corner to Bowlby, back out to Block. The reach, and Gavin will go to the line. Isn't it funny, Josh, you know, with all of the sets and all of the ways that you can play defense, it's funny, most plays, if you find somebody in the middle, things get so much easier.
Yeah, well, you've got options, you know. You've got options left or right, back or front. So obviously, you know, that's where we try to get the ball when we're playing against a zone or a man or whatever. We're always trying to get it to the middle of the lane, and you've got quite a few good options from there.
Gavin gets the first one to go down, 56-39. Second one, good also. Now with 18. And that's our lead here for the Railers, 57-39. Another air ball fired up by Clemens. He only has 4 points tonight. That's really hurt their chances here in Lincoln. Railers get it into the front court, 2.5 to go. Max back out to Gavin.
Yeah, looks like the Railers are content on running some clock, and then if they feel they've got a wide open layup or can get to the rim, they'll take it.
Horsham. Yeah, no, you know, even in the corner, wide open as he was, Tyler never looked at the basket. Joey down the lane. There's Max, the little floater off the glass, won't go down. Bowlby tried to tip it in. Potts the rebound.
Yeah, I thought Max could have maybe taken one more dribble or taken a dribble and gotten all the way to the hole.
Potts, and an offensive foul is going to be whistled on Potts. That's his 5th. Gavin doing a nice job of stepping in.
Fouls on Harlan's number 12, Hassan Potts. That is his 4th. Player control.
And it looks like we've got a final from the 4A tournament, and Rochester has won their 4th straight title, final of 16-8 over Geneseo.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
I mean, you think about the people who were freshmen the first year they won. Every year that they played, they won the state championship.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. You can almost fill them all up with rings.
You may not want to mention rings.
Well, I get that. Yeah, I think that's not the good idea, but they, anyway, I'd like to have that problem, I think.
Timeout taken by the Railers as Gavin could not get the ball in. 1:57 to go. Railers up 57-39. You'd like to think with under 2 minutes to go, an 18-point lead should be okay to say we'll be 3-0. We've seen some goofy things happen, but hopefully not this goofy.
Yeah, I don't think Harlan, they've kind of thrown it in too. Their pressure has came back a little bit, but all in all, pretty good effort by the Railers. I thought there's some things defensively that I think can be shored up. A lot of easy penetration by Harlan tonight into the middle of our defense. But all in all, offensively, we looked basically a whole 180-degree turnaround.
So on the floor for the Railers, you've got Block, Will Cook, Max Cook, Edward Bowlby, Tyler Horsham, and Peyton Ebelair at the scorer's table. Waiting to check in. Gavin gets it into Will Cook. Back over now to Gavin. Pass it. Gavin. Bowlby passes it back to Gavin. Got to get it across the timeline. Block does. Now hands over to Max Cook. And another foul is going to be whistled on the Lumpkin. So the Railers will be back to the line where they've hit 7 in a row.
Number 2, Devontae Lumpkin. His third. Max Cook to the line for Lincoln. 2 shots.
Max a chance to jump into double figures. He has 9. First free throw on the way. Make it 10.
Adam Conrad and Austin Cruz returning to the lineup, replacing Colby and Block.
Yeah. Colby and Block will go out for Cruz and Conrad, and those two partnered up for a good game tonight.
Yeah, pretty good when you can get your 2 backs in double figures and a lot more than double figures, but he did a pretty good job on the boards. I thought Max did a good job. He's out now. Checking in for him, and Max did a real good job of handling the ball all night. You know, the Railers didn't turn the ball over until we've gotten a few here late in the game, but as far as Max individually, he's done a good job of handling the basketball really against pressure the whole night.
Got them both to go down, 59-39. Bobby Donofsky into the contest for the first time tonight. And we've got a foul underneath, and that's only going to be the 4th team foul on the Railers.
Yeah, and that was probably the least amount of contact there was. The one guy just kind of ran into Conrady a little bit. And I don't know where the foul was. But anyway, they're going to try and even it up, I think.
Peyton Ebelair lob play. They try it, and they lobbed it in from Dean.
Their coaches even got to get a chuckle out of that one.
They lobbed it into Dean. Dean missed the tip. It went back out of bounds, and the guy who had inbounded it was still standing there. He jumped in the air to catch it, and yeah, been one of those nights for Harlan. Jordan Perry into the contest for the Railers. So on the court for Lincoln, got Jordan Perry, who's going to fire a 3 from the right side and hit.
Didn't even mess around. I mean, just checked in. And Perry lines it up, and you hear about him on the golf course a lot but yeah, he just came in, and usually you want to get in that flow of the offense a little bit, maybe get the sweat going, but no, not Perry. He just stepped up and drilled it.
Well, I got to believe maybe some of it has to do with the fact that he was the only player on the roster last year not to score.
Yeah,
so when he got out of the game, he's like, I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah, that's not happening this year.
So JP with the 3 at 62-39, under a minute to go.
Devontae Lumpkin at the line for the Falcons.
Lumpkin's free throw did look pretty, but it dropped down. 62-40. Second one on the way. It rolls good as well. He has 4. 62-41. Cook to Conradi, back to Cruz. Will Cook along the right sideline. And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say off the leg of Harlan, so it'll stay with the Railers. 49 seconds to go.
We'll be back at it tomorrow, again early. 10 o'clock the games start. Of course, the Railers don't play till 1, but the way this tournament's been going, it's been about a half an hour after the starting time.
Perry back out to Cruz. 40 seconds to go. Donofsky over to Cook. Cook spins baseline in the lane. Down in the corner. Donofsky will fire a 3. Shoots it up a little long. The rebound comes down to Sanders for Harlan.
I'm not sure he's going to pass.
You've kind of gotten that impression.
Whoever gets it off the inbound is shooting.
Foul on Donofsky. That'll be his first 6-team foul. So with 25 seconds to go and the Railers up 21, it'll be the Falcons inbounding. Lumpkin tried to dump it down. Conradi another rebound. You know, at some point, you got to believe Harlan's going to say, you know what, I don't think we're going to catch up. We're just not going to foul. Nice job by Conradi saving an errant pass, and nope. He stepped on the sideline, and I guess with those feet, it's kind of hard to...
I don't know what size they are, but they look big from here.
8 seconds to go. This one's about to go into the win column for the Railers. A long 3, no good. Donofsky with the rebound, and that's going to be how this one ends. Railers with the victory. Final score, Lincoln 62, Chicago Harlan 41. The Railers improved to 3-0 on the season. Harlan drops to 1-2. Hokie has lost to Danville in overtime 70-63 earlier on tonight. The Railers hang in as the only undefeated team in the tournament, but a busy day coming up tomorrow as the Railers have a couple. And Coach Neil Alexander now joining us here on the postgame show. Coach, congratulations on the win, 62-41. Certainly have to consider this the best performance so far in a very, very young season. And it started out with great ball movement, it seemed like, great spacing, great passes, and the shots going down didn't hurt either. The first quarter, first half, really good for the Railers tonight.
Yeah, you know, when you shoot the ball, you really look good. And we did have good ball movement. And the thing about you know, Chicago is they're going to attack. They're not going to be a team that's going to be very disciplined, such as Morton and things. So, you know, we kind of played two different styles of game, and our kids was able to handle it. So we're probably not going to see many teams that are any much quicker than what we had tonight. So, you know, we just have to continue to work to get better. And this is why we play our tournament is, you know, so we play against very, very good basketball teams. So, you know, we've got two big games tomorrow. Both teams are very good, and you know, but you know, at the time, who did you know to schedule what, when, and where? You know, I usually set up our schedule, but you know, I finally tried it in all different ways. I finally looked at Mr. Knox and I said, "Here, set it up." I just, you know, however you can set it up, we'll play whenever. I just told him the times that we needed to play, and you know, he pretty much made the schedule. So it was a hard one to make. It's a very solid tournament from top to bottom.
Yeah, Coach, you know, you talk about the offense looking pretty good, but yet the defense still moved, but some easy penetration sometimes for Harlan to get in the middle of our zone against our wings. We've got to shore that up, not only before Cahokia, which is tomorrow night already, but the rest of our schedule.
Well, the only good thing about the difference tomorrow night is maybe we can find that bigger target that's going through those seams and the little quick guards that they had tonight, because you know, the Austin kid just slices right in there, but he's a little bit broader. Maybe we can catch a piece of him, because we couldn't touch him tonight.
No, they got in there and too easy, and of course Cahokia is a little bit better team than Harlan also.
Well, yeah. You know, I think Harlan's going to be a good basketball team. I think the bus rides back and forth wears on you. You know, when you got a 2.5, 3 hour bus ride, I think that has a drawback for you. But, you know, they'll stay tonight, and, you know, they'll come out. But they'll be a good basketball team. They've got, you know, good ball handlers. They've got shooters. They got penetrators. You know, and, you know, we play a style which I doubt that they see much of. And you know, that was good for us.
Coach, again, free throws important for winning games. You know, you take a look at a 21-point game, not think that free throws will make a difference. If it ends up being a tiebreaker situation, the free throws do make a difference. But the Railers were able to pick it up towards the end, making their last 9 free throws, 17 of 22 for the night. A much better job at the line than what we saw on Wednesday night.
Well, you know, I would like to think that was just a bad night, and we won't have many more of those. But I still think we should shoot over 80% as a team. I think we've got that kind of shooters. And, you know, we're talking about free throw shooting, but I think we need to talk about Edward.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding tonight, and I think we have a handful of kids that can have nights like he had tonight. And you know, it's just a great thing for him. You know, he shot the ball well. He's the one that consistently talks on defense and everything. So he had an outstanding basketball game, and you know, if he could play like that, and we could, you know, Max didn't have a good shooting night.
But he did a pretty good job of handling the ball.
Yeah,
night,
he did, and you know, those guys were quick, and you know, they dogged him pretty good, but. You know, there's a lot of players that, you know, I've seen him play against a lot, and there's very, very few players that I've seen that be able to take the ball from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Coach, tomorrow Danville kind of pulled off a shocker the game before us and beat Cahokia, so now you've got them with some confidence coming in tomorrow, and then, of course, Cahokia. So a good day of basketball, and we'll find out what we're made of as far as be nice to get both wins. You know, it's kind of not only for this tournament, but for Collinsville and getting the seeding, because those people down there will see Cahokia play.
Well, you know, everybody will tell you that it's early in the year and winning and losing is not important, but I'm telling you, it is important for the end of the year when we get down to seeding a regional and who you have to play, because if you end up with a Lamphere and a U-High in a regional, such as there's going to be some shuffling, because in our regional last year, 2 of those teams are no longer in 3A, and so there's going to be some movement around to fill those spots. And you know, I don't know where we're going. We won't know till probably middle of December, but you know, every win is important, so we're trying to take them one at a time and see what happens.
Coach, one final thought. We know we talk about the way the Railers play defense in the zone, and sometimes the foul totals don't get as even as people might think they should. Any concern defensively through the first 3 games? Lincoln opponents have only shot a total of 8 free throws. Is that a concern that there's not enough physical play?
Well, I don't know. You know, they're penetrating us, and you know, I'm not sure we're being aggressive to stop the dribble drive or whatever, but you know, we've got to do a better job. You know, I think fouling has a part of how aggressive you are, and I think sometimes we've been laid back and not aggressive and doing some things, and you know, that's part about being aggressive is fouling. You know, you know, you're playing so hard, and we're not doing that. But I also think that, you know, we've held some good teams. You know, we gave up 41 tonight. We've given up 42 and 24 against some really good basketball teams. So, you know, I would like to see us be more aggressive, but then I don't want us to come out and just become Hatchet and end up in foul trouble.
Yeah, and I thought, you know, we talked about it where you can later in the second half or second quarter, you can really go after it. Like Joey went for that one right before halftime with 1:20. We weren't in foul trouble. He wasn't in foul trouble, so you can kind of pick your spots. But yeah, all in all, defense looked good. Rebounding was close, I think 27-24. So we'll need that again on 2 big athletic teams tomorrow. Yeah,
the Smith kid, Denzel Smith from Danville,
nice
is a beast. He really is really good, and you know, I don't know how we're going to stop him. We got to know where he's at, and you know, he's a Division I talent, and you know, he's a 6'6" slasher, and you know, can penetrate it, can shoot it, and you know, he had a great game tonight. Maybe he's playing all his points tonight.
Yeah, we
hopefully.
hope.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Go get a good night's sleep, because there's 2 here tomorrow. First at Danville, 1 o'clock, and then Cahokia tomorrow night at 8.
Okay. Hope to see everyone.
Railers with the victory, 62-41. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.